my friend Rich over here. I wanted to show you a half guard pass that I was taught by my good friend Dave Jacobs. Dave Jacobs, I've been showing this as the Dave Jacobs half guard pass to my students for years right now. I don't know if he invented it, but he definitely showed this to me. He used this to great effect in competitions, including a match that he beat Mike Fowler with in Grappler's Quest. Dave Jacobs was a great friend, not only to myself, but to the whole jiu-jitsu community, and this is my tribute to him, shall we say. So I hope this goes viral as the Dave Jacobs pass from now on. And the Dave Jacobs pass works from a half guard situation, especially on a lockdown situation where it's going to be most useful to us. So Rich is going to go ahead and put me in a lockdown, or any version of a half guard. But generally speaking, however they cross over, whenever they do the half guard lockdown right now, the principle is they're going to try to make it so you can't back out of it. Okay, so you can't back out of it, or excuse me, that you can't move in the front direction, but your only option is to back out of it. Okay, having that option to back out of it really is going to throw a lot of the lockdowns off in place. Okay, so first of all, once you recognize that you're in a lockdown situation, the legs are locked up however they're going to be, the next thing your opponent's going to go ahead and try to do is try to dig and get underneath you here. If you allow it to get to this spot, you're in trouble right now. They're going to go ahead and do whatever the heck they want to do right now. So before that happens, when we get into that half guard situation, a lot of people will look to go ahead and get the cross face and push off right here. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is put my hand on the elbow with the heel of my palm down on the mat. Okay? I want to prevent him from coming forward by preventing this arm from coming in. And you'll notice the heel of my palm is down on the mat. It will stop it right there. He can't slide from underneath. Okay? Even if you're dealing with a big and strong guy, I can go ahead and cheat. But now that I've done this, I'll actually extend my arm and move back, thus preventing him from getting underneath me. Okay? I'm going to move all the way back until my ear, when I'm facing away, turn your head away, my ear can touch the hip. Okay? Very specifically, you're going to need to get the ear to touch the hip bone right here. If your arm is too short to do that initially, once you get down as far as you can let go of the arm, shimmy down, get the ear touching the hip. Okay? When the ear is touching the hip, okay, when I'm down to here, what I'm actually going to do is squeeze his legs together. Okay? When I say squeeze the legs together, I'm going to aim for a spot in between the knee and the thigh and squeeze down here. The theory on this is if I squeeze your legs here, you're going to be unable to lock your legs at this point, which is going to lead to my escape. If you have a long enough arm to handle this, bring the arm underneath both legs. Okay? I can hold on to a gable grip right here or a guillotine grip, and I like to drop my shoulder down to the near side here. Okay? If your arms are too short to handle that, sometimes you can go ahead, or your partner's legs are too fat, I guess. You can go ahead, bring this leg over the top, and bring the second leg arm underneath. The idea is though I want the shoulder to drop down. It's not going to be so much a squeeze with my arms when I do this, but a weight distribution dropping the shoulder down. Anyway, here we are. Ear on the hip. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shift, actually turn him a little bit to me, drop my weight on the shoulders, pinching the legs together. And once I've done that, once the legs are pinched here, it's going to be very hard for him to hold his ankles tight. So what I can go ahead and do is sprawl out hard and get out of that lockdown. Okay? Once I've actually gotten out of it, I like to actually pick up the legs and turn it away from myself, bringing my knee underneath. I'm actually in a pretty devastating side control at this point. Okay? So one more time, the Dave Jacobs half guard pass. I find myself in the half guard. They're holding down to a lockdown at this point. Okay? The key on this is I need to be able to back out of this. I can't pull my leg forward. Okay? I need to stop him from getting underneath me, and the stop is on the arm right here. Heel of my palm, I like it on the elbow. And again, I don't have to fight and make this muscle game right here. I'll actually cheat since I'm going backwards anyways, extend my arm and shimmy back this way. Okay? I'm not going to leave the arm out here too long. As soon as my ear can touch the hip bone, I'm looking away. Always look away. Protect your face. I'm going to go ahead and reach in between his legs. Okay? Between his legs, between his hip and his knee. 1, 2. Squeeze the legs together hard. When you squeeze the legs together hard, okay, at this point, above the knee, squeezing his legs or crossing his legs below the knee is going to be impossible. Okay? But it's not just an arm strength here. I'll go ahead and shift it back, drop my shoulder down to the ground, okay, causing that to happen. Now I can sprawl this leg out hard. Very difficult to keep closed. Go ahead, pick up the leg, come around. and I have very good side control off of this. So that's my tribute to the Dave Jacobs pass right there. If you've seen it before, well, let's try to rename it to that one right there. Icon of the jiu-jitsu community right there, a great friend of mine, Missy Gear